From the waters of the Nile to the foot of Mount Sinai, his is a story of survival, liberation, and unwavering faith. This is the story of Moses, a man chosen by God to lead his people out of bondage and into the light of freedom. In a land overshadowed by the Pharaoh's tyranny, a decree was issued that condemned every newborn Hebrew son to death. But one mother, driven by desperate love, placed her infant in a woven basket and set him adrift on the Nile River, entrusting his fate to the currents and to God. Providence intervened as the Pharaoh's own daughter discovered the child. Moved by compassion, she adopted him, named him Moses, and raised him amidst the splendor and privilege of the Egyptian royal court, unaware of the monumental destiny that awaited him. Though he grew up as a prince, Moses' heart was troubled by the brutal suffering of his Hebrew brethren. A fateful encounter saw him strike down an Egyptian taskmaster in a fit of rage, forcing him to flee the life he knew. His escape led him deep into the Midian desert, a vast wilderness that would become his refuge and his crucible. It was there, in the profound silence of the desert, that he witnessed a miracle. A bush ablaze with fire, yet its leaves were not consumed. From within this divine flame, the voice of God spoke, calling Moses by name and charging him with an impossible mission: to return to Egypt and deliver his people from slavery. Returning to the heart of the empire he had fled, Moses confronted the mighty Pharaoh, armed not with a sword but with the power of God. Through a series of awe-inspiring plagues that demonstrated divine authority, he challenged the ruler's hardened heart. The struggle reached its dramatic climax at the edge of the Red Sea. With the Egyptian army in pursuit, Moses raised his staff, and at God's command, the turbulent waters parted, creating a path of dry land for the Israelites to cross. As the last of his people reached safety, the sea crashed down upon their pursuers, sealing their miraculous escape and solidifying Moses' role as their liberator. This momentous crossing was not an end, but the beginning of an arduous 40-year journey through the wilderness. In this vast expanse, Moses became the shepherd of his people, their judge, and the conduit for God's voice. On the sacred peak of Mount Sinai, he received the 10 Commandments, a covenant of law and morality etched in stone that would guide his people and shape the foundations of Western civilization. Through humility and profound courage, Moses allowed himself to be used by God, transforming from a fugitive prince into a prophet whose enduring faith carved a new path for humanity and changed the course of history forever.